What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Free to play podcast number 9 by myself. No, it's a weird day, weird time. Chose a Sunday. I was busy all week. People are busy too, so just happens. Just happens that way sometimes. Savage Uger, EJ Johnson, what's up, guys? Thanks for stopping in here. Just to give you guys a preface real quick. I'm gonna talk about a couple of topics that I have in the description. The first thing I want to address, I'll wait till a few more people get in here. The first thing I want to address, though, what's up, Voice Legend? First thing I want to address is I've been having some private messages earlier today and just throughout the week and stuff. And I want to address this shit about myself being deemed, I guess right now, what people are calling me is, and I don't care if people call me, but I find it kind of odd. I am a pony. I am on full pony right now because I'm calling Microsoft out on their bullshit. I find that a little hard to believe. I talk about everybody and everything, whether it be game developers, hardware makers, everything. I get on everybody. Nobody has a free pass with me, not even Sony. I talk about Sony all the time. Online service, fucking no Blu-ray player in their PS4 Pro. They fuck up a lot. Their inferior online service. Other shit. I'm going to break that down a little bit. What's up, Fatal? I'm going to break that down a little bit more here in a second. Wait for a few more people to get here. Get my thoughts together here. We're going to break down. And whether, we're going to go to this whole Xbox thing. I'm going to talk a little bit about Xbox, the state of Xbox, why I'm being so critical on Xbox and why they deserve it. We're going to bring that up with the other topics I have lined up here. It should be good. We got EA stuff with Star Wars, a couple other topics, that nobody else is really talking about. Things I found on Xbox Live or PSN Plus, things like that. Savage Uger, how can you not want your preferred platform to do better? I just don't get that. Thank you. And that's the big thing that I've said numerous times. I am an Xbox guy. I have an Xbox One S, or I have an S and an X, but I also have the PS4 Pro. 1 second. So I don't know. Apparently I'm ponying it up right now. I think people get caught up in that whole thing too. It's not about picking a side. Be about being a pony. What's up, Baby Con? I'm glad you made it, man. Please let me know if my voice starts getting deep. Please someone tell me. It's a quick fix. Takes literally 1 second. Yeah, man. Like I said, I really don't care. I don't want to be perceived that way, though. As far as he's a pony or an Xbox. I don't give a fuck about that, man. I talk about everything and anything, whether it be retro, current. I'm not a fanboy of anything. I have always, and this is throughout life too. I always lean more towards what's good for me financially and what holds the best value for me as a customer. That's one thing that I've tried to keep prevalent in this channel since I started about a year ago. If, like I said, I have a Chevy right now. If Chevy starts fucking up, and they're not, like, other than, user error, but if Chevy starts fucking up, I'm going to go to another car maker. Simple as it is. If they're not giving me what I need, or if they're not giving me the service that I need, or if their product is failing me, I'm going to switch car maker. Same with a cable company. If Comcast starts fucking up and they're not giving me what I need, they want to raise the prices and give me less bandwidth, shit like that, I'm going to go to your competitor. I'm going to find somebody who will do it for me, who will give me what I want. Perfect analogy for Xbox, Microsoft, and shit like that. Or Xbox, Sony, shit like that. But, yeah, we got Fatal in here. Hey, Fatal, man, I don't know if you want sick shit or what, man. But like I said, I think I'm just going to do, no offense today, but I'm going to do this first part solo. The Xbox part. And then if anybody wants to hop in here about these other topics, you're more welcome. But I'm going to do this first part solo. So there's about 8 on a Sunday. Thank you all so much for stopping in. Like I said, I still find it amazing that anybody watches my videos, especially to the point now I'm getting like over 100 views a video. I truly find it baffling. So thank you to everybody who takes time out of your day to watch these videos, leave a like, comment, all that shit. It really hurts my heart, boys. No, I'm saying it really I really appreciate though. It truly is amazing to me, and I don't think people say that enough, especially to the people in the chat and everything like that. So thank you guys. Thank you. I'm sitting over 550 subscribers. What's up, Cherry man? I said I started this about a year ago. I never would have thought we got that high, but it's slowly growing more and more. And I truly appreciate everybody who takes time. So anyway, so this whole Xbox thing, as I said to you guys, people are saying, J Wags, why are you on full pony? People on my DM shit like that. What's going up, Cantor? You know, you're going full pony. Why you go so hard on Microsoft? Yada. It's because they fucking deserve it. They fucking deserve it. And I'm gonna break down all this shit with Phil Spencer's tweets. I was looking at Jay. What's up, Jay Barry? Phil, I try to watch the chat too as I'm doing this because I don't like to, I like to answer all questions and everything. So shout out to everybody in the chat. But like I said, Phil Spencer's tweets. I'm gonna talk about that too. The Xbox as a whole. But people are asking me, you're going full pony, you're going full pony. I am an Xbox person. Xbox is my primary platform. And they have been pissing me off for the past year or two. But it's just recently, the past couple months, really focusing on Microsoft because it's becoming more and more apparent that they have given up and they do not give a fuck about their fan base and they are not listening. They are not listening. Did you guys see, if you ever watched my video or the Xbox Live main page, on YouTube, did you guys see that fucking commercial? Did you see it with Lucky from Super Lucky Tales? That was the corniest shit I've ever seen in my life. And you could have that fine. I understand that you guys make kid games, but they are making this Super Lucky character the main mascot for their Game Pass. I don't think that's the best idea, or that's the image you want to put out there. I felt like I was watching a goddamn Chuck E. Cheese commercial from the 90s. I didn't know what I was looking at. That is one of the problems is their marketing of Game Pass and all these other games. We all know that right now Xbox has a reputation for being a kiddie console. They're not putting too much out there for an adult audience first party wise. They're just not. That's just the facts. Super Lucky Tales, Sea of Thieves, shit like that, right? What's going on, Lincoln Clay? So like I said, that's just the facts right now. And that's what it is. But more so than that, with Xbox, my main problem and why I'm against going so hard on them, and people can say they want, this is, I guess it's opinion based, you want to say, but the Xbox One X, I spent $500 on this thing, $500, and there is not one game yet, not one, that truly showcases the power of this console. There isn't. Not even third party wise. There's nothing to take full advantage of this console, and I think people get messed up. Like, oh, look at what's it going? Far Cry 5, right? Far Cry 5. It's hitting 4K native. Yeah, 30 frames per second. It's wonderful. It's 4K, but it's 30 frames per second. And 4K is a resolution, right? That does not mean better graphics, better textures. You do have 4K textures, but there's only a few games that actually have them. But essentially what I paid for it, it's hit me in the past, month or two while I'm so hard. Essentially what I paid for the X was a slightly better version of the multiplats, a slightly higher resolution. I don't care if people say, oh, it's actually a big one. If it's 1600p compared to 2160p, whatever the fuck, I don't care. You can't see it that much. You really can't. Especially when you're playing the game, you're really into the game. You're not gonna say, "Oh, this should 1800p compared to 2160, whatever the fuck it is." Oh man, I can't play this. I gotta have the 2160p. It's not that big of a jump. It's not. Yeah, I can say it's my fault, Fatal. What's good, Lincoln Clay? Everybody, everybody in the chat. Amy Con, what's up, everybody? But yeah, so like I said, Far Cry 5, looks good. It is a nice jump up for the PS4 Pro, but it's just resolution. So I paid $500 for more resolution. I'm not feeling it. We're getting fucking duped with this system. And I think people have a hard time seeing that. It's obvious from inside Xbox. I want you guys to really think about this. If you're an Xbox One X owner, all we're getting is slightly better versions of games and maybe a tiny bit more graphics here and there, a tiny bit compared to PS4 Pro, and backward compact games. Backwards compact games. If that isn't the biggest hustle I've ever seen, they're bringing back all these backward compact games. We're getting a plethora of back compact games. A plethora of them. A lot of them. For our Xbox One X. For our next generation. For our beast of a console. backwards compat games and nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing. Are you guys okay? The Xbox community, I mean, are you guys okay with Sea of Thieves the way it sits now? That being their big AAA first party exclusive with the Xbox One X being out there. You guys okay with that? You guys okay with the laziness? Yeah, sure, it might be in 4K, but think about the underlying factors here. The Kraken, not even finished. Shitty textures across the board. Stupid AI. Shit like that, right? It is clear that they are not pushing this console at all. They are not utilizing the power of this console at all. When I say utilize the power, I want to see more AI on screen, smarter AI, shit like that. Better textures, better graphics overall. The Kraken is lacking, as Zaire says. And it's inexcusable. Now, people will say, oh, the Xbox One X is only 6 months into its life cycle. You have to give it time. How often have we heard things take time? Things take time. We all know it takes a long time to make games. If you're watching this channel right now, or if you're involved in this community, we know this. We know games, good games anyway, can't be made overnight. We know this. But Sea of Thieves had 4 fucking years. And what did they accomplish? Not too much. And now they're bringing out the roadmap a lot sooner than I think that they had hoped. They're going to start pushing out content much, much sooner than they originally had hoped, because they see that people are not okay with the content that is there the day of launch. And shout out to everybody who put their, like I said, had their foot on their throat and made that shit happen. Shout out to everybody who did not lay down willingly and accept what they were given. Shout out to everybody who made them push forward and made Phil Spencer and Rare and all those people say, oh shit, we better do something quick before this game dies. Shout out to everybody. But like I said, there's so many underlying problems, man. I watched this entire Xbox event. They got Gears of War 2 not remastered, but Gears of War 2 upscaled. Looks pretty much goddamn the same. 4K can only do so much for an old game like that. That's just the facts. It does not look that much better at all. It doesn't. And who the fuck wants to go back and play Gears of War 2? I'm a Gears of War fan. That used to be one of my favorite franchises, but I'm a little bit over it at this point. You're pushing things like Gears of War 2. Like, isn't Gears of War 4 still out? And that's something you should be focusing on, or Gears of War 5 whenever it comes out. But I think it's apparent to me that the reason that they're pushing these old games out like this, Gears of War, and they got new Ninja Gaiden, not new Ninja Gaiden, but Ninja Gaiden, Conquer, shit like that, is because they don't have anything new. They don't. They have nothing even in the pipeline. After State of Decay 2 releases, all we know is that Crackdown 3 possibly is coming out this year. But from the looks of that, and for what I'm hearing, just rumor, that might be delayed as well. And that will be some crazy shit if they delay that game. No one's looking forward to Crackdown 3 right now. But if they delay that, fuck me. Or if they cancel that, fuck me. It's going to be bad. It's going to be catastrophic for them. But after that, we have no idea what's coming on the pipeline. Wait till E3, right? Wait till E3. We're waiting for fucking 4 years, 3 years. Wait till E3. It takes time, J-Wags. It takes time. Phil just got in charge. I don't give a fuck what happened behind the scenes. I don't care what happened, like whether he didn't have full control or the budget. I don't care. All I know is the results that we have now. What we have sitting in front of us now. Sony is killing it. There's no other way to say it. Sony is killing it on every front. You want to talk about their first-party IPs? They got that locked down. And they said they're doubling down on first-party IPs. And I have no reason to not believe Sony. Their track record has proven to be true. So there's that. They introduced PlayStation VR, another option for gamers, pushing an industry forward. And they're putting out more content and more software for that peripheral for their system than Xbox has put out this entire fucking generation. That's a fact. That's an absolute 100% fact. So when I hear people say that I'm fanboying or some shit, all I can say to that is, go look at my channel. I have over 200 videos. Go look at my history. Go look at my track record of what I've been saying. I've been hard on Nintendo, and they fucking deserve it. I've been hard on Xbox, and they fucking deserve it. I've been hard on Sony as well on a couple other aspects. Mostly not gaming, because in my opinion, Sony is doing for gaming. If you talk about a game console, they're making all the right moves. I'll agree with Sony some of Sony's other shit, like the fact they skipped down on a 4K Blu-ray player, even though they fucking own the patent to Blu-ray. Right? That was a little crazy to me. That kind of made me scratch my head. But I'll talk about a game console. Same thing with their online infrastructure. We know maybe it's not as secure or not as reliable as the Xbox Live. Right? We can agree upon that with the system hacks and whatnot. But we were talking about a gaming console. And the reason we buy, or at least I do, these consoles is to play video games. Ding, ding, ding. To play games. I don't buy any. If any of these consoles, let me ask you guys to chat this question. If any of these consoles could do everything they can do now except play a game, would you even consider buying it? No. Because that would just be a multimedia box, which there are a plethora of other options to do that, including smart TVs. So we buy these games for games, and I'm going to gravitate towards the console that's giving me games. Xbox is offering me nothing of value whatsoever. I don't need an Xbox for anything. If I wanted to play almost every and any game coming out from here, current gen and going forward, the combination I would need is a Nintendo Switch, PS4, and PC. That's it. Maybe with a few select titles, maybe like Halo. It was literally only one or two other titles that I would absolutely have to have an Xbox for. But believe me, that'll be rectified soon. Pretty soon you'll be able to get 90. It'll jump from 96% to 100% of all games that you get on Xbox will be on PC. That is quite apparent what they're doing with the Switch and other shit like that. And Phil Spencer has even said so himself. Mr. Pimpston. Yes, Sega. I mean, sure. I would love to see a Thrash said something really good. King Thrash Gaming. If you don't know who he is, check him out. He said something really good. He said he would like to see Microsoft go and someone replace them that's actually going to make games. And I don't want to see Microsoft go, but I would like to see another competitor that's going to come in fucking swinging and make games and try to compete. So let's get to the Phil Spencer tweets, right? Because people think that I'm being too hard and critical about this. He tweeted, Phil Spencer, to Sony, right? I can't think of the exact quote, but I know it was something along the lines of, congratulations to, at Sony, Studios. Looks like a winner. Looks like a winner. And people think this is it's not a big deal. He's a good sport, right? Oh, he's a good sport. He's good for the game community. He promotes positivity. No other company in the fucking world, and I mean literally, no other company is going to do that. No other company is going to congratulate publicly their direct competitor for kicking their ass this whole generation. You would never, ever hear the president of Ford congratulate Chevy for winning best truck of the year in class or whatever. Ever. Ever. I promise you. You know why? Because they are fucking pissed off that Chevy won that award. So what are they going to do? They're going to go back to the drawing board and see what they can do to change it. They're going to see what they can do to win the next year's truck of the year of the award. They're going to see what they can do to go better. Sony hates you, Microsoft. Sony wants you to die the fuck out. They wish you nothing but failure. Why? Because you are a competitor. You are taking a portion of their market share. They know if you didn't exist, they would have a lot more of the market and they would make a lot more money than they're already making now. They want you gone. Has anybody from Sony or Nintendo congratulated Microsoft ever publicly for Sea of Thieves, Halo, shit like that? I don't think so. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think so. And rightfully so. They shouldn't, because at the end of the day, this is a competition. Life. Right? Life's a competition. We compete every day. I've said this before on Twitter and shit. From the moment you're born, you're competing against kids in school for higher grades. Why? Higher grades, better GPAs, better colleges, shit like that, right? You are competing. Same with sports. If you're an athlete, you're competing against the other kids for a spot on that team so that you can shine and get looked at by recruiters, right? Competition. That starts when you're young. Then when you get to be an adult, right? You go to college, you get your degree, you have your experience, whatever else. You then go into the market to compete for a job. And how many times have you walked to a job interview and you are competing against multiple candidates, maybe fucking 20, 30, 40, 50 for a job for that company? Life's a competition, like it or not. Every competitor, every main business has competitors. Kmart, Walmart, shit like that. Everybody. So when you see your preferred platform not competing against their main competitor and congratulating them for their success, you know it's over. You know that your preferred platform, that being Xbox, has given up. They are conceding. They lost their backbone and they don't care anymore. They are okay with being second or third fiddle. They are okay with taking a back seat. And they are okay with mediocrity for their fan base. And that's what it's come to. And that's where we're at now on the Xbox side of thing. The Xbox console right now, I'm going to start calling it, the mediocre box. It really is, guys. We have all this power. You have all this power in this box. It is considerably stronger than the PS4 Pro. But tell me how in the fuck God of War looks as good as it does on base hardware. And I can't get a full cracking on my Xbox One X for a brand new AAA third-party IP from Microsoft. Tell me how that makes sense. They're not utilizing the power of it. You know why? Because they don't give a fuck. They don't. They're not listening to us, the fan base. They're not. It does not help when you got people who are supporting these practices and who are supporting their decisions like Conquer and shit like that, like bringing these old games back. I didn't buy this console to play Gears of War 2 again. I didn't. But that is the end of my rant right now for the Xbox One X, PS4. That whole debacle. Let me hit the chat real quick. Voice Legend, they need to get up on their game. Yes, they do, man. Yes, they do. But it's not going to happen. It's not. Dreamcast is dead. Mr. Pimpston, I would shake things up. God of War looks like a PS5 game. God of War looks godly. No, God of War looks like it almost looks next gen, man, with what they're doing with the clothes and everything, how the clothes are moving, how they're detached from your main character model. It's just over the top. It's just over the top on a base PS4 hardware. 1.8 teraflops, right? All these T-flops we got. And that shit's flopping. What's up, Jacob Walker? OBJ at Dawn. They're okay because they make service design trash. This is meant to keep dummies reaching in their pockets. Yeah, and that's what it is, OBJ. That's a good point. These games are clearly meant to be, they want you to keep on paying for Game Pass. They want you to keep on checking back with the game. Keep paying that monthly subscription. That's what they want. That's what it's going to turn into. Service-based gaming. And I don't like the direction. I'm not okay with that direction. You could do those things, but I want these experiences there as well. You can have backwards compatibility. No one's knocking backwards compatibility for what it is. I'm a gamer. I think it's a fantastic idea. The fact that this idea of bringing all the games back from the Xbox till now, and every console going forward, you will now always have your library. You never have to worry about these games being outdated or not coming with you. Fine, but you have to have both slices of the pie, right? You have to have both toppings. You have to have both in succession. People will say, well, PS4 don't have backwards compat games. It don't fucking matter. You know why? Because people like us don't want to play them. If we want to play them that bad, we buy a PS3, PS2, PS1, whatever. We want new shit. We want games that take advantage of the new console we bought. We want to see gaming moving forward. Progression, in my opinion. I traded my Xbox for a PS4 like February 2017 because there was no games. And glad I gave that Xbox up. That's a lot of people are doing that, man. A lot of people are doing that. Did Microsoft confirm the exclusive marketing and games deal? I don't know if they confirmed it. People are reaching for that as a win. Oh, Microsoft's locking down these marketing rights. Marketing rights. So now we're getting happy about marketing rights. And yes, that will help the Xbox console. It might help them sell a few more consoles because the casuals are going to think that game is exclusive to that console, or they need to pick up an Xbox One to play those games. But we know the hardcore that being, we know that marketing rights are not going to lead to more first-party IPs from Microsoft whatsoever. It's not. Any extra money that they make from this shit is not going to pour over into first-party IPs. That is quite apparent. And we know that as the hardcore. Backwards compatibility is great, but it can't be the main priority. Agreed, Amy Con. It cannot be the main priority. Right now, backwards compat is overshadowing anything on the first-party front. And I'd honestly rather play a backwards compat game than the shit they're spewing out now, first-party wise from Microsoft. It's pathetic. The only thing I'm looking forward to at all is State of Decay 2. And even that, it looks fun. Looks like it's going to be good. I enjoyed the first one. But that is not a system seller, which I've been saying for a long time. That's not going to move consoles. That is nowhere near on the same caliber as a game like God of War, Spider-Man, etc. It's just not. Secure TV, my Xbox taking that road trip if they don't act right. I hear you, man. I hear you. I'm seriously considering getting rid of this X, man. I'm seriously considering it. Ryan Lands, $500, 361X. I mean, yeah, that's a good way to say it, man. $500 for what? For a 360 OG Xbox combo? Fuck. The best place to play the third-party multiplats, right? The best play. I can't even fucking. I need a drink. My bad. The best place to play third-party games. Best box for multiplats. People pay $500 for the best version of multiplats. Cool. OBJ, the only thing keeping this X in my house is the fact that Spider-Man console isn't out yet. Yeah, man. Like I said, X. I'm sitting here counting the days on the God of War. Tell me in the chat, and anybody honestly counting down the days for anything on Xbox, even State of Decay 2, are you honestly just counting down the days? No. In my opinion. Savage Yuger, Scalebound, huge mistake. That game actually looked pretty cool for them. It looked to be something different, but we all know what happened with that. Jacob Walker, Xbox might have marketing rights, yet those games are also going to PS4. Right. True. That's what I mean. Exactly, Jacob. That's what I'm talking about. These games are still going to PS4. If you have a PS4, you can get all the third-party games, all the second-party games, and their first-party IPs. You're not going to miss much with a PS4. The best way to play multi-plat from the console market, otherwise PC is the best. Yeah, we all know that. We all know PC. As far as if you want the absolute best version of the multiplats, yeah, you're gonna have PC. Countdown days until the next PUBG map. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, me too. Sick humor. God damn it. But like I said, that's it for my first part of this rant. Now, if anybody wants to come in, that being sick humor, Fatal, OBJ, you people I usually talk to, or even if you're a subscriber, you want to come in and talk on some shit. Feel free, but I'm gonna start getting to it's it for Xbox for now. We can talk about that later. I will take some questions later if you guys want to, but for now, I'm gonna get into a couple of these other topics I had lined up because this is still the free-to-play podcast. Okay, so first thing, EA talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2. EA's new chief designer promises to avoid repeat of Battlefront 2's loot box controversy. Right, so he's talking about games going forward, that being Anthem and things like that. The new chief designer promises to avoid repeat of Battlefront 2's loot box controversy. I quote, "We just have to listen and learn from it and be better." End quote. How fucking elegant was that? How long did it take you to come up with that response? We just have to listen and learn from it and be better. Yeah, you're right. You do have to fucking just listen and learn. It's not a hard thing to understand, right? People do not like these microtransactions. And they took them out to redo them, right? And they brought them back. But in this case here, with all the shit you got from the fan base, from fucking Disney, who threatened to take the license away, you would think you maybe, I don't know, just not fucking bring them back, especially for this game. But he's saying, going forward, they have learned from their lesson, right? Now, I'm going to start another quote this guy says. "We have taken significant steps as a company to review the mechanics around monetization, loot boxes, and other things in our games before they go to market." Soderlund said. So who the hell Soderlund is. "For games to come next, for Battlefield or Anthem, players have made it very clear that we can't afford to make similar mistakes, and we won't." Bullshit. Do you guys hear that? Players have made it very clear that we can't afford to make similar mistakes. You know they will. It's very simple, Electronic Arts. Tone the fuck down on these microtransactions. I'm not saying get rid of them altogether. I know that in this current climate we live in right now, that's not going to happen for most games. But tone them the fuck down. Not even pay to win. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the overall prices of these things and the sheer amount of microtransactions that are in the game. Don't build your game around microtransactions. Build your game the way you want to build your game. Build the game so that it is the most enjoyable experience for the player, and sales will follow. And after you build your game, after you have everything done the way you want to do, the way you want it to be, you know, level design, graphics, story, all that shit. Get all that shit into place first. Then after you're done with that, then you can add microtransactions. Then you can start to see what you can add here and there to make a little bit more money. Okay? But don't build your game around it. That is your problem. And that is why you keep fucking up. That's why people keep calling you out. Because it was very apparent that Battlefront 2 was built around this. It was even more so when they said, well, it's kind of hard to, you know, figure out how to do it because the whole game is built around it. That's a problem. If your whole game is built around microtransactions and not the player and the player's experience, that's the problem. And you're not going to last very long as a game developer that way. So that's it for that. That's all I want to say about that. You guys know how I feel about Star Wars Battlefront 2 and loot boxes and loot crates in general and EA. But we'll see what happens with the next game. Hopefully Anthem's not a goddamn microtransaction fest. Same with the next Battlefield. Hopefully they have learned from the mistakes, and hopefully they will be better going forward. But I highly doubt it given EA's track record. Okay, so this next one's a big one here. Let me hit the chat real quick. I'm sorry, guys. I know I don't do that enough. Ryan Lands, right out of business BS handbook. Yep. Just like fucking PR statements. EA don't want to. They want games as a service to milk money. Yeah, they're in the same boat. Like that's what they want. But gamers are going to get hip to that situation real quick. Stop buying their shit together, in my opinion. Griffin Game. I think Fortnite has shown that cosmetic-only models of microtransactions are profitable, even for a free-to-play. EA and every other developer, I think, is taking that note. See, I don't even like that model, to be honest with you. I like the free-to-play model, but yeah, you can add cosmetics fine. It doesn't affect the in-game play. But if you guys seen fucking Fortnite is getting egregious with this shit, man. $20 to $25 for one outfit, $10 for like a backpack. It's all cosmetic, but still, fuck. And then to offset that, they have the Battle Pass now, which is $10 every quarter. So essentially, it's $40 for the year, and you get extra shit. You know, in game, you get extra clothes and battle axe. But it's grindy as fuck, even with the Battle Pass. And now you are starting to win things like goddamn loading screens. Yes, loading screens. I don't have the Battle Pass, but I looked on there, and one of the and for a bunch of the tiers you get for reaching the tier with the Battle Pass, you win a goddamn loading screen. Thank you so much, Epic. But they are giving out loading screens as a award now, as a reward. Here you go. Here's a fucking loading screen for you. Thanks for the Battle Pass. Fuck sakes. But what was I talking about? Before I get to the next topic. Shout out to Griffin Gaming, man. Shout out to Griffin Gaming. Help your collection. $20 legendary outfit. God damn it. Anyway. So next thing. This is a very interesting topic here. Now, if you guys have heard about a game called Agony, okay? It's a game called Agony that had an initial release date for March 30th. Of this year. And what it is, I'm not even sure. I've seen footage of it and everything, but I'm not even sure. It's a you're in hell. It's like a demon. It's a very graphic game. Okay, it's a horror survival kind of game, but it's very, very, very graphic. When I mean graphic, I mean like I've seen video of like babies getting their heads cut off. It is very graphic, and I'm fucked up like that. I do enjoy first person. That's one of my favorite genres actually is survival horror. Game. It was kickstarted initially, okay, and it had a solid release date. It's been on big channels like PewDiePie. It's been advertised, so people were aware of this game and people were ready to play this game. Well, 1 week before this game was announced, they canceled. I'm sorry, they didn't cancel it, but 1 week before this game was announced, or before it was supposed to release, they announced that they had to delay it, and there is no release date right now for it. And I was very curious as to why they had to delay it, because it seemed like the game was done. They were good to go. Well, that has recently come to fruition. The PC version of Agony will have an optional patch to remove console censorship. Okay? So it's going to release on PC, Xbox One, and PS4, I believe, right? And apparently, the game was too graphic for the console version. The game was so graphic that they were going to get an adult rating, and they want to get that to a mature rating because they feel an adult rating will not so much on their console. But the PC version will have an option to where you can remove the console censorship and play it the way it was meant to be played and the way the developers meant for you to play it. So that's good on PC version, right? That's good for them. Glad they're getting that. I wish the console version would get it too, but apparently it's not going to happen. But my big problem with this is, if you're going to make a game like this, I understand you want a mature rating, I guess to maybe sell more copies. If you're going to make a game like this, go all in. Go all in. Why the fuck are we getting games censored on our console? Why? And I feel that mature should be enough, right? I think an adult rating is 21 and plus. I think if you're 17 or over, you should have full control, if you are 17 and over, to see whatever you want to see, watch whatever you want to watch. That's my opinion, right? Because you only got to be 18 to join the goddamn army and go fucking to Syria and get blown up. But you got to be 21 to drink a goddamn beer in this country, right? That being America I'm talking about. Side rant altogether. Not too much to do with gaming. Just a general opinion about life. So that kind of sucks. And now that solidifies, I really want to play this game. That solidifies that I'm going to buy a PC now to play this game in the beautiful textures and the beautiful resolution and play the non-edited version. I'm going to play the non-pussy version of this game. So let me check the chat real quick. Sounds like trash, OBJ. I mean, like I said, I like survival horror games, man. It's going to be a crazy, different kind of game. Not for everybody. Warframe looks good, Delano. Warframe is a good free-to-play game. I'm not really a fan of it, though. Cost of censorship. Yes, sir, absolutely. Griffin Gaming. What's current situation for Sea of Thieves? Okay, we'll talk about that real quick. FaZe was saying. They put out the roadmap, and they have outlined the content drops for, I guess, weekly updates and what they're going to do for the summer and things like that. And it's not looking like too much, guys. They're going to add one other ship type this summer in the Ultimate Power experience, right? So you got that. They got weekly challenges, which I imagine is going to be different kind of fetch quests. Like, apparently they're going to add different areas to explore. From what my boy Fail Mephisto told me, it's going to be things like, they'll add like additional cave or some kind of underground bunker to an island that you could find and explore. But essentially what it's going to lead to is you're going to go in that bunker and find, guess what? More treasure. So not too much. Like I said, they are going to update this thing. They're going to push out more content, but it's not going to be that worthwhile, meaningful content that everybody's looking for. It's just not. It's not the kind of content that's going to keep you coming back time and time again. When State of Decay 2 comes out, God of War coming out soon, Detroit Become Human, that game is going to be a memory, man. That game's going to fade quick. That game's going to be dead faster. It's going to be gone. No one's going to be talking about it. No one's talking about it now for the most part. But a month or two, no one's going to be talking about it. That's just the reality situation. In my opinion, I don't think it's going to turn to anything special. A few years from now, nobody will even remember fucking Sea of Thieves, except for what it was for the Kraken and whatnot. So let me look chat real quick. I'm so bad with like looking at the chat. They're adding to the trash. Yep, OBJ, agree. Assassin's Creed Black Flag better than Sea of Thieves. Fail. Yeah, I agree with that statement. They should have taken pointers from Black Wake. You looking forward for the Ashen Without Passion? The Ashen. Like I said, that game looks fine for what it is, but that's a prime example. The Ashen game of the games that Xbox is putting out here. That game was announced a long time ago, but it's bad timing is what that is. You got a game like God of War coming out, and then you got Ashen coming out, and Sea of Thieves. It's just bad timing. No Man's Sky dropping on the console, bad timing. But okay, so next topic here. This is still the free-to-play podcast. It feels weird. I'm talking about myself, but I'm glad you guys are here with me to move this along and ask questions. Thank you. Shout out to all 25 of y'all in here. God damn. Thank y'all. for stopping on your Sunday afternoon or morning. Okay, so next thing here, A Way Out, right? I don't know if everybody here has played A Way Out, but A Way Out sells 1 million copies within 3 weeks, more than EA thought it would sell in its lifetime. So shout out to that game. That game absolutely deserves it. And that's a pretty good goddamn number, guys. In 3 weeks, it sells more than 1 million copies. Good for them. Good for that developer. I can't think of the actual name of the Hazelight Studios, I think it is. Yeah, Hazelight Studios made this game. EA had really nothing to do with it. It was they only marketed it. EA had nothing to do with the actual production of this game and the development of this game. They absolutely deserve it. And I think it's funny. This is the actual quote here. You know, EA thought it would never sell 1 million in its lifetime because EA did not think that a single player or even co-op story-based game built around gameplay and story would sell that well. A game without any microtransactions, they did not think that would sell well. They do not think that's what gamers want. Well, maybe this will change their mind. And maybe they'll give this company, Hazelight Studios, some more money and give them a little more of a budget and let them create something truly spectacular. Even more so The Way Out. Something like A Way Out, but just way more over the top with way more production value. I'm very excited to see what that company comes up with, that being Hazelight Studios, and what they do with this concept going forward. Because I think it could be expanded upon even more so. You can have 2-player co-op, 3-player co-op, 4-player co-op for the same story. That'd be nuts. I enjoyed that game entirely. Shout out to Noah Osborne for let me play with them. Chat real quick. If you want someone on the show, hook a fat man up. I've been telling you, Fatal. I said a while ago, if anyone's on the show, they can come on here. I'm almost out of topics. Evening here. No wonder it did well. EA didn't touch it. Yeah, they had full control. Hazelight Studios, man, they had full control over this. So when I first heard that this EA had something to do with this, I was like, ooh. But I played the game. Very enjoyable, fantastic, a lot of value, especially at $30. And the fact you can play it with a friend free of charge. Can't complain too much. No wonder it did well. Sorry. EA needs to be bankrupt, though. I don't want EA to go away, EA Johnson. I fucking hate them as a company, but they need to be there. But they just need to do better. They make a lot of games, bro. They are a big part of the gaming industry. They hold a big percentage of, they're huge, man. They're one of the biggest developers out there. And non-GA's in-game sales more than 1 million. Proof EA. Yeah. Yep. I agree with you, Savage. Teabagging. Subscribe, babies. Fatal. Unravel was another game that EA published. It was fantastic. Yeah. Unravel was fantastic as well. Single player, $20 story, story kind of driven game. Side score platformer. That game was fantastic. Dedicated service. Congrats to that studio. Yes, congrats to them, man. Hazelight Studios. They deserve it. They deserve it. FaZe Hussein, what's your prediction for Xbox E3? Oh shit! Everybody wants to talk about Xbox. It's the main topic. My prediction, honestly, in my heart of hearts, nothing. I'm not just saying this. I'm going by track record and the way I think they're going. I don't think they're going to show anything at E3. I don't think they have it. Especially with that comment that Phil Spencer made the other day about how they're pushing it took us time to make the hardware, it took us time to do this, but now we're going to focus on first-party games. Or he said it will take time to make first-party games. That tells me, unless he's trolling us, they have nothing planned for EA. They'll show some in fucking E3. They'll show some indie games, Forza, perhaps Gears 5, perhaps a new Halo. But when I'm saying nothing, when I say nothing, I mean nothing new. Nothing's going to hype everybody up. Nothing noteworthy. Nothing is going to push them over the top. Nothing is going to make people go, damn, Xbox is back. That's what I mean by nothing. In my heart of hearts, I hope they do. I hope they do. But if I was a betting man, I had to put money on it. Nothing. We are going to see nothing. Griffin Gaming. EA is really missing out on player Star Wars games. Yeah, they canceled the one fucking game. Who was developing that? The people behind Dead Space. Fucking, I can't remember the name of the company, but yeah, they disbanded them and that game they were working on because my guess is because they have no microtransactions. They didn't like that business model. J-Wags, do you think PS5 will release 2019 or 2021? I really don't know. That's all speculation still. Delano. I haven't looked too much into it. I've talked about it before on podcasts and things to people, but it could be 2019. It could be 2020. Who knows? I really don't have too much to say on the PS5 thing. If I were to guess, though, I would say 2020, in my opinion. How are you going to have good games without good first-party studios? OBJ to John. OBJ dead on. How are you going to have good games without good first-party studios? True. And that's the thing. They don't have good first-party studios. They have a few. Coalition, Turn 10, things like that, but they only work on the same set of games. They don't let them work on other games. So as far as if you talk about any first-party good games from E3 for Xbox, no. It's not going to happen. And Crackdown 3 might be delayed or canceled. So we'll see what happens with that. They will show Sea of Thieves too. Yeah, that'd be fucking crazy. Okay, but last topic here. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard of a game called Terra. Is it T-E-R-A? I don't know if I'm saying that right. T-E-R-A, okay? It's on, I'm not sure if it's on all consoles, but I'm looking at it through the Xbox store. It is called Terra. It's from Mass Entertainment, Inc. Anyway, it's a free-to-play game, I believe, right? It's a free-to-play game, but they have something that I found. It's called a item pass. An item pass. Now, real quick, has anybody heard of this game? Terra. T-E-R-A. T-E-R-A. I'm just curious. Anyway, but this game, Terra, right? They have this thing called an item pass. Not a season pass. An item pass. And I had never heard of an item pass before in my life. But the Terra item pass grants you an exclusive item immediately upon purchase, and then one item on the first Tuesday of each month starting in May 2018 through October 2018, plus a second item in October 2018 to close out the season for a total of 7. The specifics of the items contained in the season pass are a surprise, but include the following: 2 mounts, 2 costumes, 1 pet, 1 weapon skin, and 1 bonus mystery item. The items associated with the season pass, now they're calling it a season pass, but it says item pass when you buy it, will be exclusive to pass holders through October 2018 and will not be obtainable by any other method. This item pass, that comes with 2 costumes, 2 mounts, 1 pet, 1 weapon skin, and 1 mystery item, is $60. $60 goddamn dollars for an item pass. What do you guys think about that? That is just an example I'm giving for the free-to-play model. Yeah, you can put a game out there, free-to-play, right? Everybody's going to download it and try it out. But then they put the most egregious amount of microtransactions and passes and shit like that in these games. Now, people would say, oh, I don't care. It doesn't affect the gameplay, or I won't buy all these things. It's not about you. It's about the masses, right? It's about the bigger picture. It's about gaming as a whole. Because, yeah, you won't buy these things, but best believe that some kid or other people or adults too are going to buy these things in droves, and then that's going to be the business model going forward for many of these companies, and already is. They see the free-to-play model as a crutch, as a free pass. It's free to play, so they can do anything they want. The game can run like trash. They can add any microtransaction they want at any egregious price. And you cannot bitch about it, apparently, because it's free to play, right? How can you bitch about it? How many times you guys heard this? Well, how can you complain? It's free. How can you complain about that? It's free. And they're banking off of that. And they know that most gamers think that way. And they know that that way they will be shielded from criticism. In my opinion. When others pay, the grind, the longer and longer. Ain't that the truth? Because these free-to-play models, no matter what game it is, try, what's going on, DJ? Try, progressing through this game naturally through in-game progression or through in-game currency. You could probably do it, but it's going to be fucking arduous, long, months and months and months of grinding and grinding and grinding to get nothing back. When you can just drop $10 right here, and that's a month worth of work. 2 months worth of work right there for you. There you go. Open your wallet up. And that is the problem, myself included, that most people have with these business models. But that is all the topics I have lined up for the Free to Play podcast. DJ on money, my beer right here. So are there any? Shout out to all 23 y'all in here. I really appreciate it, man. The fact that y'all took your time and hang with me this long. God damn, hurts my heart. Thank y'all. But so for now, I'll just open this up to that's all the topics I really have. Any other questions? Anything y'all want to talk about? So I always offer invitation. Anybody in the chat, don't matter if you have a channel or not. If you wanted to come in here and just talk about video games or ask me a question or ask anybody, that sounds so douchebaggy. Ask me a question. I'm just saying, if anyone wants to come here and talk, just, let me know. So I'll open up to any questions everybody has. Chris Jones, are you excited? Are you excited and a little emotional over the announcement of Shenmue HD? Excited? Yeah. Emotional? No. Like I said, played this a long time ago. They're coming back. That's fine. That wasn't like one of my favorite games back then. Fatal wants to come here. I know if I bring Fatal's bitch ass in here, this thing's gonna go for 3 hours. Let me where is it at? Yeah, I'll send you a link, Fatal. I'm just fucking around with you, by the way. Just fucking around. I said in that group chat, Fatal. The one with you and E in there, buddy. Bring it back to this. Okay. Yeah, so Shenmue, like I said, I'm looking forward to it, man. But I'm not I'm not like jumping out of my chair for it. I'm honestly looking for more to Spyro. I know, grill me for it, Chris Jones, but it's cool it's coming, but I'm not the biggest Delano, are you a single player guy or a multiplayer type of guy? Honestly, if I had to say, I do enjoy multiplayer a lot. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, Delano or Delano, but I'm honestly more of a single player guy. Honestly, I play a lot of single player games. I love single player experiences. I come up from work and just put my fucking headphones on full blast, sit down and get immersed in some world. Right now, I'm playing the shit out of Far Cry 5, which is a single player game. It's not like that crazy story driven game, but I am a big single player guy. I prefer single player over multiplayer any day. I'll answer that question like that. If I had a choice over a bomb ass single player game or playing a multiplayer game, I'd play a single player game. God of War right now over everything. Who do you think will win this E3? Overdone. Well, that's not a weird question, but who I think will win? It's definitely going to be between PS4 and Nintendo. All eyes are on Xbox though, so no one's even be looking too much towards. Sony could not release anything this year. Honestly, Sony could not announce any new IP, and they'd be fine. In my opinion, I think they will announce one thing or two, but they could announce nothing this year and just show clips of what they did show, the last year or two, with a couple indies here and there, whatever. And there's no pressure on Sony. Same with Nintendo, right? I think Nintendo's going to show some shit, but they got games like Bayonetta 3 that we know are coming out, Super Smash Bros. Possibly they're going to show some gameplay or announcement for the new Pokemon game coming out. Metroid Prime 4, shit like that. So Nintendo has a lot to show, and they're probably going to announce some more stuff because Nintendo likes to do that. But who I think will win, it's hard to say. If Microsoft can show us anything, first party wise, that's over the top or something we need to see coming, then Microsoft will win E3 because they can only go up from here. OBJ Dawn, single player is life. Fuck yeah, bro. I agree. When is State of Decay? Aren't they marketing like Sea of Thieves? I believe it's May 20th. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's May 20th, the release date for State of Decay 2, and they're not marketing. That's a good question. They don't market. Their marketing has been bad this whole generation phase, but I guess they're saving for the Inside Xbox till May, until for the State of Decay 2 release or whatever. For the Inside State of Decay 2 for May, I don't know. That's a good question because they are not marketing this game too much. I think they had a lot more money invested in the Sea of Thieves. I know it doesn't look like it, but I think they had a lot more time and resources behind Sea of Thieves versus State of Decay 2. So that's probably why they marketed that more. I don't know, but you're right. It's only a month away to State of Decay 2, and they're not doing much advertising for it. But we'll see. I'm willing to bet the whole episode of Inside Xbox for May will be about State of Decay 2. I promise you. Is it May 23rd? I was 2 days off. Thank you, Savage. I love single player much more than multiplayer, Delano. Agreed. I do love some multiplayer, man. I love fucking some people up in Madden and Gears of War and things like that. But I'm much more of a single player guy myself. Ryan Lands at J. I don't know why I said H. If Xbox E3 is nothing more than white gloves, BC, and controllers, will you drop Xbox for PC? Or backwards compat and controllers. What up, Fatal? And controllers, will you drop Xbox for PC? Yes, I will. I made that quite apparent in my other video. Of course, it was a parody kind of thing, but if they show me nothing this year at E3 and nothing even come down the pipeline, I need a new computer anyway, guys. Like I said, you guys know I make these videos. I do a lot of editing. My computer right now is weak as fuck, so I will sell this goddamn X, put that money towards a beast ass PC, and just go from there. I don't need an Xbox for anything. That's how I feel at this point. But real quick, we got Fatal Mephisto. What's going on, bro?
What up, man?
I'm just on a tangent, man. It's on a tangent here,
I can tell.
Just talking to the people, talking to y'all. I think I've been pretty fair. I haven't been like blowing up too much.
But, no, everything you said was legit.
Nothing from a fanboy perspective. But I saw you in the chat, man. That's what I was saying. I was like, hey, anybody wants to come through. Then you sent that shit like 10 minutes later, like, oh yeah, let me get a link.
My bad.
I was just too involved in this shit, you know what I mean? I just didn't send any out. Everybody's busy today. It's just a free-to-play podcast still. I feel like it's just a random rant to myself. But thank y'all. There's still 22 of y'all still in here. God damn.
Your video from yesterday, dude, had me dying, man.
Oh, yeah. What, the beginning, Bart? With the Chuck E. Cheese ass presentation?
Yeah, that's the one.
Appreciate that. I've been enjoying your little videos, man. Your little segments you're making and stuff. You're getting a little more active in the back on your channel. No, I'm talking about your channel again and shit. Like your little I watched your Sea of Thieves thing. I'm talking about what do you call those? Fatal Mephistos? What's going on? Fatal Rants. Yeah. That's right up my alley. I like that kind of shit. Trust. What's up? What's going on, bro? You said, what's up, fam? What's up? Savage Uber. Okay, they're talking about some chats. Ryan Lands, great video. Yes, thank you guys very much for that. Like I said, that was kind of I didn't like that video very much. Like my mic kept fucking up during that video, so I actually decided to keep that in at the end. I was like,
is that Detroit launching the same day as State of Decay 2?
No, I think Detroit Become Human is May 25th. I thought is State of Decay 2. Someone says May 23rd, but I thought it was
I don't
the
know.
Same day.
I don't know. I'll look it up for you.
It's probably smarter for them to release State of Decay 2 2 days earlier. Just to give it like a day or two,
right?
For sales wise. But
May 25th.
Oh, it's the same day?
No. That's when Detroit drops.
Okay, someone's saying 22nd. That's when State of Decay 2 comes out. Griffin Gaming said that.
May 22nd is State of Decay 2.
Okay, yeah. So I guess 3 days. Now they're very different games. I'm not saying they're not going to really counter as far as the sales goes, but I don't know. Anyway, so what's going on? Voice Legend, what's up, man? So what's going on, Fatal? How are y'all? How is everybody doing this Sunday? Now I'm kind of my rants are out the way and shit. The one thing I want to talk about, because I know Fatal's very informed about all this kind of shit. Has anybody in the chat yet, or Fatal? What up, Killer Tone? Thanks for coming through, man. Has anybody played this game yet? I can't know what it's called now. The new Battle Royale game from Boss Key Studios and Cliff Blazinski and them.
I don't give a fuck about what
What's it called?
is doing anymore.
What's it called though? That new Battle Royale game?
I don't know. 80s trash. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, what's that game called? What the hell's it called though?
Royal Heights, I think it's called, or something like that.
Royal Heights? I don't know. Radical Heights. That's it.
There you go. Yeah, they're going from one trend to another trend, and they're just gonna
how unoriginal, huh? How unoriginal you gotta be. So we're bringing this shit out, and you know what's funny though, Fatal? I know you don't care about this, but like, did you see how long it took them to develop that game?
Like what? Like a couple of weeks?
5 months. and they said, "Oh, this was a passion project." I was like, 5 months? No, you saw how good Fortnite did, and you immediately start working on this piece of shit. I haven't played the game.
That's why they threw it up on early access on Steam.
That's not fair. I haven't played it. I don't know how it is yet. But don't try to say it's a passion project. 5 months is a passion project.
Well, that's what I said. Like that's why they released it on early access on Steam.
Is it free?
Yeah, it's a free to play game. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
which ironically is what fucking Lawbreakers should have been. Because I think if Lawbreakers was free to play, I think the game would have been a little bit more open for people to try it out, but not for a $30 price tag attached to it.
Yeah, I just think Overwatch had all the clout at that point, man. They had all the for that genre of game, that whatever that game type's called, like superhero, whatever, hero shooter. They had a lockdown, man. There was nothing that was going to even tap into that market at that point.
Push and defend. In that game. Push and defend.
Push and defend, as we call it.
That's what I call Overwatch. Yeah.
Who decided for God of War? Killer Tone. Everybody. Okay, so that game Radical Heights though, it's free to play on
Steam.
Steam. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good. At least it's free to play. I got no problem.
I still don't understand that mentality that he would sit there and follow a trend that of Overwatch and that fucking backfired on him, and now he's following.
Yeah, it's like, what's the definition of insanity, Fatal? Doing the same thing over and over again.
Look, I love Clippy B, man. I have a lot of respect for him.
So do I. I love
he's done, but I don't know, man. I think Bosky is shooting themselves in the foot, man. I don't know.
He's way too cocky, though,
But people that have played it, though, fucking have been sitting there on Twitter saying that it's fucking utter garbage and it's broken pile of shit. So
5 months, I expect, that's a true statement, everybody. Go look it up if you want to. If you don't believe me, it's been in production, or it was developed for 5 months before they turned it out there.
And he's out there on Twitter. He's out there on Twitter bitching about how Epic Games is stealing his staff members.
Well, if you're a game developer, if you're someone in the industry and you got to offer for, no offense to them, but if you got to offer from Epic Games or offer from, Boss Key Studios, I'm probably going with Epic Games for a job offer. That's just me. But that's the other thing, actually, I talked about something yesterday about video that Fatal Mephisto actually brought to my attention, and that was the frying pan debacle with PUBG. So for people who don't know Fatal, would you mind cluing us in on this whole lawsuit with PUBG and the frying pan situation?
Oh, Jesus, fuck. Do we really got to talk about that, dude? Because that is the most dumbest fucking shit.
I mean, that's the kind of shit I talk about. That's a good topic, bro.
Okay, well, obviously that lawsuit is definitely not going to go anywhere.
See, y'all see this shit? Fail up sitting here. He's like, "Oh, do we got to talk about that? Or who gives a fuck about that?" What do you? All I'm going
to say is Team Fortress 2 did had a frying pan. Why aren't you fucking suing Valve for that?
Well, there's more games than that.
Well, I'm just saying, but like fucking, that is the most idiotic thing, man. Like, fucking PUBG is fucking garbage, dude. Straight up.
You miserable voice legend. They don't want to sue anybody that has money. They don't want to sue anybody that can combat them with a big legal team.
But it doesn't matter. Fortnite already crowned that already. They were going to, when Fortnite came out with their Battle Royale update and whatever the case may be, they were thinking about dropping a lot towards Epic Games for that, dude. And they fucking decided not to, because they would have lost that battle in a heartbeat.
Yeah, well, Epic has a gigantic legal team, but it happens.
Exactly. So they're like, nope. And I'm just like, dude, Blue Hole, man, you guys are fucking retarded, dude.
Yep, they think they own the rights to fucking frying pans. What's the world coming to? What is the world coming to, Fatal?
Dude, man. Well, hey, man. Shit,
so what do you want to talk about real quick, Fatal? So I'm not gonna be here too much longer, but what do you want to? Anything y'all want to bring up in the chat, or so you're just here to say hi and shit? Okay, that's good. Yeah. You're just here to hang out.
Yeah, just here to shoot the shits, man.
Yeah, I had no more topics lined up. So, well, it's the free to play podcast. It's isn't a random thing. It's actually the free to play. Like, so that's where I usually line topics up. Which I did have a couple, but
I was looking for some. I was actually looking for some before I came in, but I couldn't really find anything. Sundays are usually a.
You don't care about the Agony thing at all? About them? Nah. I thought you would. I thought that'd be like right up your alley, bro. Where
Agony?
No, not the game itself, but the fact that they had to stop. They had to delay the release because it had to be toned down. console version.
Then slap a fucking A-rated on it then.
Right. It's like you made this game, you know, put it out there.
Like, what was that game that came out that started all that controversy about that guy going around and killing innocent people just for the fuck of it?
I don't know. I don't know what game that is.
I want to see another Postal game come out, man. That's what I want to see.
But I do think it's ridiculous, though. But God damn it. Well, hey, thank y'all for coming out. Like I said, Ryan just went live. Hit me up on here. Ryan Professional just went live. So that's it for the Free to Play podcast. Kind of weird Sunday afternoon. So we're gonna get out of here. Thank you for Feo for coming to the end. Coming for the end.
Welcome, man. No
thank you for stopping in here, and thank you to everybody in the chat. And thank you to everybody who watches live pre-recorded. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. It means a lot. But we're out of here, guys. Fatal, you want to say bye to people, or whatever?
Fuck you, OBJ. There we go. Now I feel better about myself.
So for this time, guys, enjoy this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. Talk to you guys next time. Thanks.